At the end of the topic, you will be able to understand soil as one of the most important renewable resources, analyze the fact that soil differs in its fertility, identify the different types of soils, describe the need for soil conservation. The most important renewable resource on the earth is soil. It is a thin layer of the earth's surface in which plants grow and living organisms survive. Soil is the end product of weathering. Formation of soil takes a very long time. It is made up of weathered rock, decayed plants, and animal matter. Based on climate and landform, the soil differs in its fertility and in its type. Soil fertility. The nutrient value of the soil determines the fertility of the soil. Higher the nutrients, greater the fertility. The fertility of the soil helps the plants and crops to grow in a healthy manner. The factors which determine the fertility of the soil are oil organic matter, soil texture, soil depth, nutrient content, absorption capacity, soil reaction, and absence of toxic substance. The fertility of soil increases with the increase of humus content. Major types of soil. Based on the area of formation, the landforms and its agricultural importance, soils of India are classified into 5 major types. They are as follows: alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, and desert soil. Alluvial soil. Alluvial soil constitutes the largest soil type of India. It is formed due to the deposition of sediments along the river's side and in the river delta. These soils are found in the floodplain, coastal region, and in the deltaic regions of India. Alluvial soil is divided into 2 types. They are Kadar and Bangar. Kadar. These are low-lying plains next to the river, often prone to flood. The soil consists of new alluvial layer highly suitable for cultivation. Bangar. These are found comparatively in higher land and not prone to floods. The soil here is old, clayey alluvial soil. The alluvial soil is highly suitable for cultivation. Crops like wheat, rice, sugarcane, and cotton can grow well in this type of soil. The parts of Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, and West Bengal are covered with a great Indo-Gangetic plain which has a large cover of alluvial soil in it. The lower course of Ganga river forms a huge delta along with the river Brahmaputra. These areas are used for jute cultivation. In South India, the eastern coastal region of Indian peninsula has many deltas formed by the river Godavari, river Krishna, and river Kaveri. Black soil. As the name says, this is a soil which is black in color. It is formed due to the weathering of igneous rocks. They are black due to the presence of iron and aluminium. Black soil is found mostly in the Deccan Plateau regions and peninsular river valleys of India. Maharashtra, Gujarat, MP, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and few places of Tamil Nadu. Black soil is called as Regger soil. They have high moisture retention level but lack phosphorus and organic matter. They are most suitable soil for cotton cultivation other than cotton, cereals, oilseeds, citrus fruits, and vegetables. Tobacco and sugarcane grows well in this type of soil. Red soil. The weathering of crystalline and metamorphic rocks leads to the formation of red soil. The presence of high iron oxide gives its red to yellowish color. This soil is generally very poor in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, humus, and lime. It cannot retain moisture. It is not considered as a fertile soil, but if added with the proper manure, it becomes productive. Crops grown in this soil are rice, wheat, millets, ragi, pulses, and sugarcane. Most part of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, northeastern Andhra Pradesh, parts of Madhya Pradesh, and Orissa are covered with soil. Laterite soil. Laterite soil is formed in hot and wet tropical region, mostly rich in iron and aluminium. Laterite soils are rusty red in color because of the presence of iron oxide as red soil. This soil undergoes a long chemical weathering process which makes it thick in texture. Thick soil layers are porous and permeable, so it acts as aquifers in villages. It is mostly found in the slopes of the mountains. The crops like coffee, rubber, cashew, bajra, and tapioca grows in this soil. These soils were cut into bricks and used to build monuments during the historic period. Mountain soil. Mountain soil is mostly found in mountainous regions like the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats of peninsular India. It is also found in the Himalaya regions and the parts of the Sivalik range. This soil is best suited for plantation crops such as tea, coffee, and rubber. This soil is rich in organic matter and humus content. Tea grows in areas of Assam and West Bengal in the eastern Himalayan regions. Coffee and rubber grows well in the Ghats of Karnataka and Kerala. Desert soil. The soil that is formed and found in the desert and arid regions is known as desert soil. The soil is generally sandy and porous in nature. This soil cannot retain the water. Desert soil is highly infertile, but still, with latest development in irrigation and by adding manure and fertilizers, the soil is made productive. It is used to grow crops like wheat, barley, bajra, grapes, and melons. Desert soil is found in Rajasthan, Gujarat, and South Punjab. Soil erosion. Soil erosion refers to the washing away of the field's topsoil by natural processes like rain, flood, river water, wind, and some by human factors like deforestation, overgrazing by animals. The proper use of soil has become very important now. As the production of food directly depends on the quality of soil, in many parts of our country, the soil has lost its fertility mainly because of human influence. Soil must be used in such a way that it must sustain the quality for generations to come. Awareness usually occurs only when the property is damaged and the productive areas of the soil are lost. We must conserve the soil before it's too late. Soil conservation. Soil conservation is a method to conserve the soil from getting depleted. It must be practiced by all the farmers in such a way that the soil doesn't lose its fertility. It's not possible to stop soil erosion, but it can be mitigated. There are various ways to conserve soil. Several methods are adopted by Indians to conserve soil. More than 40 million hectares of land have been reclaimed from water erosion. Afforestation is one way of conservation of soil as the roots hold the soil tight. Cutting of trees must be checked. Excessive grazing must be reduced. Shifting cultivation by tribal groups must be checked. Construction of check dams across the river will reduce the force of the river water. To check wind erosion, trees should be planted in the opposite direction of the wind. Contour farming must be practiced to avoid soil erosion on the slopes of the mountains. Using chemical fertilizers must be replaced with organic manure. Strip cultivation should be encouraged. Plants, grass, and shrubs should be grown more to check the erosion by running water. In this topic, you have learnt soil is one of the most important renewable resources. Soil differs from place to place depending upon the topography and climate. The nutrient value of the soil determines the fertility of the soil. Alluvial soil is divided into two types. They are Khadar, Bangar. Black soil is formed due to the weathering of igneous rocks. They are black due to the presence of iron and aluminium. Red soil is generally very poor in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, humus, and lime. Laterite soil is formed in hot and wet tropical regions, mostly rich in iron and aluminium. Desert soil is generally sandy and porous in nature. In many parts of our country, the soil has lost its fertility mainly because of human influence. It's not possible to stop soil erosion, but it can be mitigated. Alluvial soil is the most fertile soil of the world, found at the banks of the river and coastal regions. Soil erosion is one of the major problems in today's scenario. Government has taken many steps to conserve soil.